Go on then, Chi. That's it. Too big. Go on. It's the biggest stick and stick club. Nice. Lenny, this is going to be your new home. You like sticks, don't you? About to enter the land from potential driveway access points. You can see it's been slightly terraced here already. Down there and down there. Nos vamos. Ina, you happy with your hair?
So.
All good, so. Okay. We'd just like to share with you our plans on the land before we get stuck into it. We've been planning this for several years now. It's been a lot of work in the making. It feels fantastic to be finally here on the land, and we'd like to document a video, and so we can watch back in many years. And we have friends and family that have supported us in many ways, from putting a house over our head to feeding us and helping us save money throughout the years. And now we're here. It feels really cool to be getting stuck in. But before we do change the landscape so drastically, I'd just like to show you what our plans are on the land, what our project's going to be about, and what the learning journey is going to be about.
Woo woo. Lenny, sorry.
There we go.
Okay, fair enough. Put it back down, I want to try it.
Looking down the land now, this is the access into the land coming from the main road. We're planning to build our house over here because sun rises up over here, moves across the land this way. We want to maximise our sunlight onto the property. And there's a beautiful view looking down the valley towards the sea that way. This is also happens to be somewhat the flattest part of the land, as it has been terraced many years ago. This is an old shepherd's hut that's on the land. We're going to try and renovate this and turn it into a root cellar. Again, easy access into this. From the main road we come into the land. This is where we're currently standing, and this square building is the stone house. So our house is going to be here, where I just showed you over there, and over the top of the root cellar we're going to build this sort of outdoor barbecue kitchen entertainment area. The plan isn't set in concrete. Everything will adjust and move size wise. I've tried to do it to scale, but this is plan number 57, and I'm sure it'll keep chopping and changing as we're going along and as we're building. Over on the northern side of the property, we're going to build our workshops and our main businesses, which is going to be, one of them is going to be growing mushrooms, and I need a workshop to build to turn this timber into products. So there's a main road that comes down here, and we're gonna have our access come into the land, up and around. Here we're going to build some guest housing for anybody that wants to come and stay on the land, or Airbnb, have a holiday, what have you, family, guests, friends. Okay, so the pond's the highest point of the land. This is where our water catchment starts. We're about 690 metres above sea level here, and the bottom of the land is around 670, maybe a little bit less. So all of the roof runoff is going to be captured and sent into this pond. And then from there we can move that water underground to our next point and move that across contour down the landscape until eventually it will come out and go down the road. Out at the back of the house we're going to have our vegetable production area, a greenhouse, and some raised beds. Our animals will be down here as well. And this is quick, so we can access any herbs, access our eggs, make sure the animals are okay, and look after flowers and so forth and so on. Coming out into the agroforestry part of the landscape, we're going to set these tree lanes, and we're going to have a spacing in between each tree lane. We're going to try and grow a lot of avocado, a lot of chestnuts, and some mixed species of timber trees, hardwood trees, nitrogen fixing trees. Although this is currently a forest already and the soil is very, very rich, as you can see there's lots and lots and lots of organic matter, and the soil is very, very nice here. So we're very lucky to have that here. It's an incredible start to grow a food forest on already. So that's a bit about the land plan, and yeah, this is sort of what we're diving into. So we've got some of these big eucalyptus trees on. This one's probably 600-700 millimeters wide by 40-50 meters tall. They're going to act as some of our main anchor points. We're going to put an electric winch around the bottom of them and pull some of the trees up that are around the land. So some of them we want to use for construction, some of them we want to turn into firewood, some of them posts, some of them we'll put back into the earth, others we'll inoculate with mushroom spores. We've got quite a number of things we can do with the timber, but also here the eucalyptus is non-native, and so we want to get rid of quite a lot of it. But it seems really like a terrible thing to just put down the whole forest, even if some of it is non-native, you know. There's a lot of habitat obviously living in this forest, and in the summer it'll provide us with a lot of shade and cool places to hang out. And some of these trees, you know, they're probably 40-50 years old plus. But as you can see, what Carolina's going to point to now is some of the carnage, what we need to get out. So you've got a lot of these twisted tops, and where some of the rotted out trees have fallen into one another. Thankfully they've fallen. We've got a big pine tree that's fallen down, and in the hole that it used to be in is this huge amount of light coming in now. The forest is really, really overgrown, and you can see there's sort of mature species have some size on them, and everything else is kind of struggling to get up and out. It has created some straight poles though, as everything's shooting up to try and find the light. It's given us quite some nice straight timber to work with, and a lot of the species on here do grow quite nice and straight, so that's beneficial. But this is kind of what we want to do, you know, we want to open up the space, pull some more light in, and we're going to plant fruit and nut trees in rows across the land, going all the way down the land, going from east to west, west to east, and yeah, just hopefully get some more light in here, get some more fruit and nut production going on, rather than just an overgrown forest of eucalyptus. We're in quite an open part of the land, it's down the bottom. As you can see, the trees are a lot further apart down here. Still not a lot of light. The canopy is very congested up there, so we're hopefully going to thin that out, get some more light coming down here. We have some native species to Madeira on the land. This is the Laurel, and it has this nice fungi growing up it, which the locals make tea out of. We want to keep we'd like to keep as many trees as we could really, but some of them are very good for timber, some of them are very invasive to the island, and there's a lot of them, and there's no better construction material than the one that's growing right here. And that's what we plan to build a lot of our outbuildings with, a lot of our animal housing, fencing, houses, timber framing, workshops. We're going to use a lot of the materials on this land for the buildings that are on the land. Again, like I said earlier, we'd really like to keep some height and some of these majestic trees. Look at this over here. This isn't actually on our land, but this is a laurel, and you can just see how it sort of crowns out like. We've got some decent sized rocks on the land. This is one of the smaller ones, and always really good. So we can use them as retaining walls for things like ponds. We can smash them into pieces and use them as a stone foundation. Fantastic brace for the house. It's already got the dingles of the dangles going on. Come, Looney. Nice big trees on here, a lot of clean up, a lot of this just wading through it. Come through. What was this? Australian cheese nut, was it? Something like that. We've got a pile of tiles here from maybe somebody's dumped them off. Maybe somebody, whoa, intended to do something with them. Yeah, don't grab the sticks for support out here. We will definitely be doing something with them. Whole pile of them all around here. If you come down here even further, we've got piles and piles of rocks. All of what I'm standing on now, there's rocks underneath me. All the way down here. Cylinder blocks. So I think somebody was once going to maybe build something in here. They've bought some materials and piled it on here. As this is the slightly terraced area of the land, it's about 7-8 metres in flat from west to east. And you sort of The guest housing is going to be somewhere up here. This will all be barbecue area, or this will be house barbecue area coming down here. Going to have a pond up over here. Again, we'd really like to make a nice sort of communal area where we can entertain, cook a lot of food, process a lot of food. A big reason why we're doing this is because we want to grow a lot of our own food. We want to slow down. We want to become more in tune with where our food comes from and the community around that. We want to remove ourselves from having to rely on supermarket-based products, and for the most part, you know, businesses are going to be down here, big workshops down this side. I can imagine, I don't know, a pool table right here, nice barbecue, some exercising equipment, friends over, watching the sunset down on the land. A lot of trees to cut down. A lot of wood to process. Let's say this is the highest point of the land, just over here. So this will be where the water catchment starts. Luniki! Luniki! And we've got a little dog to look after. Come. Right, I'm going forward. Do you want to tell people how we met? Hey?
Stick club.
Stick Club. Why was you at Stick Club? Because of this little one. You got a stick, Looney. Where is it? Bye. Is it that one? Okay. And why was I at Stick Club? Why was I at Stick Club? I like sticks. I like sticks, I do.